Hi guys, so I just got out of Spider-Man Far From Home, and I think I have a lot to say about this. I'm not going to do a full review. I I love Spider-Man. I've been a Spider-Man fan all my life. I love him. I think he's one of my favorite fictional characters ever. And I have had issues with the MCU's version of Spider-Man. And I reviewed Spider-Man Homecoming last year. I said I really enjoyed it, but since then my opinions have changed somewhat, and I've kind of turned against that film. It's a good film. It's really well paced. It's well written for the most part, but for me, it misunderstands Spider-Man. And so going into Far From Home, hearing really good things, but also hearing it was more of the same from what we saw in Homecoming, my expectations weren't high, and here's the thing: Spider-Man: Far From Home is a really good film. It's really fun. It's funny. It is really thrilling. It's got a lot of good action in it. There's one particular sequence which is now one of my favourite Spider-Man sequences ever put on film. It looks like something straight out of a 60s John Romita splash page. It looks fantastic. But once again, it misunderstands the fundamentals of Spider-Man for me. And it's not something I can get into with spoilers. It really isn't. This is really not something that it's not a film I can talk about without spoiling it, and it's not a film that I can talk about my problems with without spoiling it. But there is a visual in that sequence that I think is so fantastic, and it really is. I just that sequence is phenomenal. It's really good. There is a visual in it which is really haunting and really well done, but it makes a really bold statement about what what this creative team wants this version of Spider-Man to be. What this creative team wants this Spider-Man's character arc to be. Fair enough, but it's not for me. For me, what is shown there, and it's really hard to talk about without getting into spoilers. But for me, what is shown there and the arc for Peter Parker in this film, and the payoff to that arc, fundamentally is not my Spider-Man. Fundamentally, it is not the character that I love, and that's really sad. But you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and say to you all, you shouldn't like the MCU version of Spider-Man just because I'm not really a fan of it. I'm not going to sit here and say to you all. In fact, I'm not even going to mention the name of that other film that I really enjoyed quite a bit. You know what I'm on about. I'm not even going to mention any other versions in this video because the thing about it is everyone has their favourite version of their favourite characters, and it applies to Doctor Who as well. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're wrong for liking this version or you're wrong for liking that version. Ultimately, we all love the character, and that's all that matters. If you think that MCU Spidey is the best version of Spidey, good on you, alright? Like, I'm so glad you can enjoy it. And, a lot of people are going to really enjoy this film, and so they should. It's a lot of fun. And genuinely, I liked the film. I think Mysterio was cool. I really like Zendaya as MJ. I think she's really cool. She's not the MJ from the comics at all, but that really works here. This is an example of taking a character from the comics and changing them and fitting them to the MCU, which the MCU does really well. What else? Yeah, there's a lot to enjoy. The score's great. Again, Michael Giacchino. But yeah, there's certain things it does that I just can't get over. And I'm sure I'll rewatch this film a lot, but I just can't get behind certain things that it does, and that's a shame. It really feels like the creative team, because for me Spider-Man is all about the drama. It's all about the character stuff. It's all about the emotional beats that come from this character. And I feel like a lot of the emotional beats that they're doing, a lot of the storylines that they're going down, and again, it's really hard to do without spoilers, but the post-credit scenes, you know what I'm on about, if you've seen it. a lot of the storylines they're going down, and a lot of the ways they're handling them, and especially this early in this Spidey's run, it feels like they don't understand why these stories are good. It feels like they don't understand the emotional impact that you can have from some of these stories, and that's really sad because it means that we won't get to see proper adaptations of certain stuff. So yeah, it's not for me, I'm afraid. But this was just a short little ramble. I did enjoy the film overall. I think it's better than Thor 2 and Ant-Man and the Wasp. I prefer it to those films. But yeah, just I needed to sort of ramble because it's a very it's all mixed up in my head and I couldn't put it in a tweet. So thanks for watching this and tell me what you thought of Far From Home. So yeah, see you next time, guys.